Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian. I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. I hope that all of you are having an awesome weekend so far, and thank you for joining me in today's live IELTS class. Welcome Fong, hi Angel, Shruti, nice to see all of you in the class. Welcome Alexia, our chat moderator, Black Panther, and Anipa, good to see many of our regular viewers as well. Students, this is an IELTS speaking part 3, talking about luck and hard work. IELTS speaking part 3 is the final part of your IELTS speaking exam. It's about the last 5 minutes. It will be about 4, 5, 6 questions that will follow the topic of part 2, the cue card. And we just finished our cue card lesson. That was about talk about a time that you were lucky. I spoke about being upgraded to a first class airplane ticket on a trip to Dubai from an economy class. We had students talking about being fortunate for getting a question on their test that they studied for, winning a trip during the opening of a jewelry store, and talking about going on a motorbike trip. So we've got some good information there from part 2. Students, this lesson is presented to you by aehelp.com for academic IELTS. Visit us there, general IELTS, gieltshelp.com. We use these websites for these live classes. They power these live lessons. So check them out. We will use aehelp.com, this website today. You can join the premium version of our IELTS course by clicking this big red button that's just right above my head there in the screen. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access, does not cost a lot of money, and has lots of videos, practice exams, and lots more for you to get ready for your test. We're an IDP affiliate. We're a British Council partner. We're an IELTS test registration center. So you are in the right place to improve your English communication and your IELTS band scores. For general IELTS students, it's the gieltshelp.com website here. And again, just click that big red button there. Students, when you do that, you can use the code SURPRISE9, SUPRISE9 for a 10% discount. Apps, Academic IELTS Help, General IELTS Help, Instagram IELTS_AHelp, and GIELTS Help. If you have questions, let me know. Send me an email, adrian@aehelp.com, admin@aehelp.com. We have regular weekly live classes like this one. The schedule will be up on this YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel so you get the notifications. You know when the live classes are happening. Right now we've got speaking part 3, and then next week, starting Thursday, we will have part 1, speaking, reading, listening, part 3, 4, and speaking part 2 and 3. So check those out. All right. Students, we've got lots of videos for you on YouTube and on the websites. We've got full HD, no advertising, organized according to your lesson plan. So that's why the full course is really good. Check that video out. We got a new video coming for you today, later on. For some of you, it will be Sunday for this release. And let's get into it. So let's get into speaking part 3. I want you to practice lots with me today. So please speak and repeat. Copy what I say, copy how I say it. You will hear new vocabulary. You will hear advanced grammar. So copy it, practice it, learn it, and you will get better band scores. So that is the end of part 2. We will now begin part 3. Let's talk about luck. Students, let's jump right into it. What are some different kinds of fortunate situations? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. Give me explanations and examples. Riyadh, we don't really, like, you can contact us. We get questions through WhatsApp, but we don't really do a WhatsApp group because it's just too much to manage. So doing WhatsApp and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, it becomes a lot. But as we grow, we will. I'm not sure if you're asking me or somebody else, but that's my answer there. Okay, students, when you're thinking about this question, what are some different kinds of fortunate situations? Think about your part 2 planning. So remember in part 2, all of those different situations we thought about for lucky situations or fortunate situations. That comes in really handy for part 3. So I'm going to give a band 9 answer. And then you can compare your answer. I will look at your answers in the chat. So right now we're just doing the answers in the chat, but very soon we will actually be talking to each other. Okay, so there are various kinds of scenarios where people find themselves lucky, like in my case, being upgraded to a first class ticket, or winning the lottery, getting a good question on a test, or learning that they will become a parent. These are all unexpected, yet much welcomed turn of events. I was ecstatic when I found out that I would become a dad. All right. That is a band 9 answer to this kind of question. It's plural. What kinds of situations are considered fortunate? So you definitely want a plural answer. Again, listen and repeat. For those of you who feel you have good English, repeat without reading. Okay, repeat just from hearing. There are various kinds of scenarios where people find themselves lucky. Like in my case, being upgraded to a first class ticket, or winning the lottery, getting a good question on a test, learning that a person will become a parent. These are all unexpected yet much welcomed turn of events. I was ecstatic when I found out that I would become a dad. It's not a long answer, Riyadh. If you say this fluently, absolutely on topic, absolutely clear, not considered long at all. In fact, if you look at it, it's just 1, 2, 3 sentences. A 3-sentence answer, well spoken, and 2 of those sentences are fairly short. The first one is a nice complex sentence, is about the right length. So when you're thinking about your answer, 2 to 3 fluent sentences. So sometimes, students ask me like, how long should I answer? Okay. Your answers for part 3 should be about 2 to 3 sentences, roughly, where at least one sentence is a complex compound sentence. Okay, so there's no perfect length for your answer. You must be fluent, you must stay on topic. That's important. Okay, make sense? Yes? All right. So if you're speaking slowly, then yeah, you're going to be interrupted if you take a long time to give the answer. But that's not because you're answering too long. That's because you're speaking too slowly. Okay? Nipa says that makes sense. All right. Anahita has this answer. Anahita, you're being very studious and you're really working hard to give answers, and that's really good. I commend you for that. Okay. Anahita says there are many genres in which. Okay, let me read this, Anahita, and then I'll critique. Okay, there are many genres which are indicators of lucky situations, such as winning a lottery, getting a free visa, finding an easy job with a high salary. Indeed, they all pave the way for a better life. Really nice, yeah, Anahita, that's great. I was very fortunate to get a high level government job in accounting with an annual salary over 100K. Okay, just throw that example in there. And I know, Anahita, that you can't really oh, there, I see it now, Anahita. So Anahita does have an example here. Let's take Anahita's example. Good, Anahita. Good. That was my only critique, and I saw that just now that you did that. So, yeah, there are visa lotteries. They're called visa lotteries. And you don't even need the as, Anahita. You can just say one. One of my relatives have gone. One of is one of many, so has gone. One of my relatives have gone. Yeah, you can do have gone to Canada by winning a visa. And currently he not only has a good job, but his children are in a better academic condition, are in, it's a bit awkward, Anahita, are in, don't always complicate, right, are in good schools, okay, or are attending good schools. Okay, that would be a band 9, Anahita, very good. Okay, good. Nice. Shruti, I see that you've got an answer for us as well. Shruti says, and yeah, if you can't fit your answer into one response, do it in two, like Anahita and Shruti, sure. Because like I said, it's 2 to 3 sentences, okay? So Shruti says, in general, the lucky times I can think of are when someone wins a draw, like I got as a family trip, or getting a big discount, or winning a huge amount of money in a lottery. Such unexpected events happen once in a blue moon, but everybody waits for them to happen. But everybody welcomes them with open arms. Yeah. Okay, Shruti, good. You listened to my advice. You're really paying attention to natural language. Okay, so here the once in a blue moon is correctly used. And the ending here should be welcomes them with open arms, right? So we're really happy to receive them. Absolutely. Okay, nice. All right. Once in a blue moon means rarely, students. So for those of you who are once in a blue moons happen, but they're rare. So it means rarely. Okay. All right. What situations are considered unfortunate? So when a person has an accident, loses an object of value, or gets lost in a city or forest, these are thought of as misfortune. I got lost hiking one time, and I certainly attributed my situation to bad luck, as I had no cell signal, and it really wasn't even a big park to begin with. Okay? All right. That would be my band 9. Again, multiple answers because it's asking plural situations, not what situation, right? So it's a plural answer, okay? Pay attention to that. What situations are considered unfortunate? When a person has an accident, loses an object of value, or gets lost in a city or forest, these are thought of as misfortune. I got lost hiking one time, and I certainly attributed my situation to bad luck as I had no cell signal, and it really wasn't even a big park to begin with. Okay? Nice fluent answer, all right? Notice the paraphrasing, okay? So instead of unfortunate, I use the word misfortune in this case, okay? And instead of the word considered, I use the phrasal verb thought of, okay? So thought of means considered. A misfortune is an unfortunate event, all right? All right. New and Andy says, excuse me, sir, I'm starting to learn and practice IELTS after nearly 2 years of not doing it. I just want to ask, what books should I buy? Newen, my first advice, join our premium IELTS package on our website, okay, aehelp.com. We've got books there for you, exercise books, interactive courses, videos. It's a great way to start learning after 2 years. If you've already have access to that, well, then maybe the Cambridge past papers for practice would be good. Okay. So those are good. There are a couple of decent IELTS channels online as well for learning, for sure. Okay. Let's see. Alexi. Let's take a look at your answer. This is from our chat moderator. Alexi says, those occurs that don't make an individual satisfied or happy life, I consider as unlucky ones, such as a broken arm that makes their struggling with the basic movements. Okay, Alexi, we've got lots of grammatical mistakes here, so let's correct it. Let's clean it up, and then we'll focus on cleaning up a bit of the content as well. So far, Alexi, this would be like a band 5, okay? Instead of those occurs, the correct word form that you're looking for here, Alexi, is occurrences. That make an individual, instead of not satisfied, so students, it's important that you learn the negative forms of words when they exist and use those instead. It makes the language much more professional, okay? So this is a tip. Whenever you can, definitely learn the negative forms of words, okay? So word form is very important, okay? So within that, you should learn the correct antonym for a word. For example, satisfied, dissatisfied. Okay? It's just much better than saying not satisfied. Okay, so learn those negative forms. All right? So, occurrences that make an individual dissatisfied with life, I consider as unlucky. You don't need the ones. Such as a broken arm that makes they're struggling with the basic movements. That makes basic movements a struggle. Or losing a job and not being able to afford rent. Okay. All right. So that's better. You need to give at least a couple there, Alexi, to make that from a band 5 into a band 8 or a band 9, and then include an example, okay? So we need a little bit more here. All right. Fatmanur says, the moments people feel very unlucky are losing an item on a trip as an unfortunate event. When I was in Italy, I lost my wallet and my passport was in it. I freaked out, but later that day, my misfortune turned and a helpful citizen gave it back to me. Okay. Fatmanur, you're saying somebody. So this is Fatmanur's example of a misfortune turning into a fortune. Now remember, Fatmanur, you have to stay on topic. So if you start going off topic, the examiner will interrupt you. Okay, students, don't go off topic. This is kind of like the opposite of Gopu's part 2, where he had to talk about a lucky time and then he started talking about getting unlucky while he was feeling lucky. You can't do that. As soon as you start to change the answer, especially into the opposite, we are not really talking about the same question anymore. So be careful about that, Fatmanur. And also, students, avoid words like somebody. Okay? Instead of somebody, you should use the word helpful citizen. Okay? All right? Okay. Komaljit says, dissatisfaction sometimes leads to aggressive behavior and unhappiness as well. In my perspective, when a person puts endeavors to achieve goals in life, they receive nothing in return. Off topic, Komaljit. So stay on topic. Okay? All right. Okay. So, next question. There are many objects thought to bring luck to a person. Is this simply superstition, or is there truth to these? It's a good question. So, here we go. There are many objects thought to bring luck to a person. Is this simply superstition, or is there truth to these? Now, if you don't know the word superstition, then you can probably figure it out from the previous part, okay? Superstition is basically where we believe this to be true, but it's not actually proven, so it's just superstition, okay? All right? Ricardo says, I have been in a bad situation at work. I work as a federal prosecutor assistant, and I had to make an appeal to the court my boss demanded me. I had missed the deadline. Ricardo, it's a bit off topic there. Bogdan says, yes, I believe that there are a lot of items that bring luck to a person, like a favorite bracelet, a 4-leaf clover, or even a t-shirt. These objects can have sentimental value in case of clothes and a bracelet, or high rate of rarity as in case of a 4-leaf clover. On my last mineralogy exam, I had that clover in my pocket, and sure enough, I got lucky. I think that this is not superstition because these items help people be confident, hence increase their chances of succeeding. In the Ukraine, besides these items I've mentioned, a lucky coin, horseshoe, are considered as well. A couple of small grammatical mistakes, Bogdan, but I really like it. So Bogdan says there are several items that people tend to believe will bring them luck, like a coin, 4-leaf clover, or a rabbit's foot. Although this may seem like superstition, I tend to think that carrying such possessions does increase the chance or chances of success because they give the individual a confidence boost. I always feel more motivated when I rub my silver coin in my pocket. Indeed, this has brought me luck on several occasions. Okay, so using your answer, Bogdan, here's just a kind of a twist or a different take on it, different version of it. Sure, there are several items that people tend to believe will bring them luck, like a coin, four-leaf clover, or a rabbit's foot. Although this may seem like superstition, I tend to think that carrying such possessions does increase the chances of success because they give the individual a confidence boost. I always feel more motivated when I rub my silver coin in my pocket. And it's terrible they made me take that out before this speaking exam. Now I'm really nervous. It's too bad they don't let you bring lucky items into the exam. But I think the examiners are worried that some people would show up with a suitcase of like lucky cats and lucky rabbit's foot, and they would put it all on the table in front of them. And the next thing you know, you've got this like tower of like weird objects all in front of your face, and you're looking over to talk to the examiner, and the examiner's like, what's going on? And you're like, well, these are all my lucky items to get a great score. And then you have a nice piece of vocabulary written on each one, right? It's unfortunately, but hey, you know what? If you have a lucky shirt, wear it. As long as it's not 20 years old and stinky and falling apart, wear your lucky shirt if you've got a lucky shirt, right? Okay. All right. Yeah, if you think about people in casinos with their lucky items. Right. All right. Yayo. Let's see what Yayo has for us. Yayo says, in my country, there are many objects to bring luck. For instance, in Samarkand, there's a tree, and if people string it with intention, it will bring them good luck. But I do not truthfully believe in this. Okay. All right. Yayo, let's make a few corrections here. There's a couple of critical mistakes. This is very important, everybody. Okay. In my country, in Uzbekistan, be specific. Okay. Because I know that Samarkand is in Uzbekistan. So in Uzbekistan, there are many objects to bring luck. Don't say, for instance, examiners get scared. They interrupt you. They think you're going to rant on in a long story. So in my city specifically, Samarkand, there is a tree. And if people string, not if you string, because I haven't been to Samarkand, maybe one day, but I haven't been there yet, so I don't have the chance to string it, okay? You can't talk directly to me, your examiner. So, and now that we have the computer-based version of the IELTS speaking, it's even worse to say you, because that person could be in a completely different place. So there's a tree, and if people string it with intention, okay, with intention, I think what you mean here is with a letter that includes intention, it will bring that person good luck. But in truth, I do not believe in such superstition. I think that success has to be earned through hard work. Okay? So, yayo, couple of important corrections there, okay? First of all, be specific. Not my country. Many people, I'm sure, that are watching right now have no idea where Samarkand is. So you have to say in Uzbekistan. Don't say you, because most of us have no idea, right? So it's not us, it's the person or the people, okay? So don't say you, students. Avoid that word you. Avoid the word you and things. They're bad words. They bring you bad luck in the IELTS. So don't do that, okay? And then just a couple of corrections. But in truth, I do not believe in such superstition, okay? Yahyo, you're very, very welcome. Okay. All right, Ife Oma says, I would rather attribute these successes to proper preparation and opportunity. So I am not superstitious, and I do not believe that a four-leaf clover, a rabbit's foot, or a coin will bring a person any more luck than they would have otherwise. Ife Oma, your answer is too short. You need an explanation. You need clarity. You need to answer the question directly. Okay? All right, students, let's just jump right into it. Let's do some volunteering for the rest of this class. I want to finish the week strong. I want you to have a chance to speak to me and really practice your fluency, your pronunciation in real time. So in order to volunteer to speak, this is what you need to do. First of all, you should register a free or a paid account on our website. Alexi has put the instructions into the chat for you. I've put the website in there again as well. We're going to practice these questions. And just like right now, I will give you feedback and score estimates on your answers. But we're going to do it verbally with sound instead of literally with writing. Okay, so there's the steps. We're going over to our website, aehelp.com. This is gieltshelp.com for general IELTS students. If you have an account here, you can log in. It's the same chat interface. It shows the same group of people. Okay, aehelp.com looks like this. Again, students, you can click that big red button. Do yourself a favor. It's a one-time payment. If you're preparing for IELTS for such an important exam, it's a good idea to spend a few dollars to get really good materials to learn from day after day. Okay, Chen's also put the instructions in there. So the button's just right there. You click it, you're good to go. You're in your My Student account. You've got computer-based practice exams. You've got a full interactive course. You've got a app for your phone by clicking that QR code that's right up there. You've got lesson videos. Okay, over 100 of them. And right now we are using this function, which is the student partner speaking. So yes, you can find partners to practice your English with as well from around the world. So we click on that. You accept that you speak politely, using good language, and your goal is not to make a new girlfriend or a boyfriend, but your goal is to pass the IELTS. All right, you're responsible for yourself. Be cautious, okay? So always think. All right. We have got Leon, Ridham, Narashima at Gmail, Gopu, Sunny, Chayani, Fuang, and many, many more volunteering. The way you volunteer is by finding me. You will find me as master in the list. And then you click on the blue envelope that is beside my name, Master, and you send me a message. You say, I want to volunteer. And then we'll just jump right in there and get going. Fuang, you've been very patient and you haven't had a chance in a while, so let's give Fuang a chance. She is very studious, shows up to every class on time, every time. It is the right attitude for success. So Fuang, are you ready? And I'm going to put on my ears. I suggest you do the same if you have headphones. Put them on, use a good microphone, use a good internet connection. Check your ability to connect. Some countries, especially these days, oh boy, have national firewalls to prevent you to talk to other people around the world. It's terrible. So check that out. You might have to use a VPN. So let's do Fuang here. Fuang?
Hi, sir.
Hi, Fuang. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you, sir?
I'm doing great, Fuang. And I appreciate you for staying up so late in Vietnam. What time is it for you now?
It's almost 11:05 p.m. In Vietnam right now, sir.
And you're spending your Friday night at 11 practicing English. You are going to be a very, very successful person. Okay, Fuang, are you ready for some questions?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Okay, let's talk about luck. What are some different kinds of fortunate situations?
Well, some different kinds of fortunate situations that come to my mind right now, such as being close with friends and family, having good health, or being the winner in a competition. Furthermore, my definition of fortunate is that individuals is not only the luckiest person among others, but also the happiest person in his life. My uncle Hainan has won several big deals in his real estate business for the past 10 years.
What situations are considered unfortunate?
Well, there's some circumstances that are considered unfortunate, such as failing the final exam, getting in trouble with bankruptcy, getting divorced with partner, or even have a car accident. The unlucky situation happen out of the blue. It's got a lot of mental damage to humans. My younger brothers had a bad academic performance last year and was really depressed instead of burning the midnight oil to study every day.
Okay, I'm going to stop there. Fuang, that's really good. You are practicing your vocabulary for sure. You had tons of great vocabulary there. Really nice use of idioms as well. Good. That would be a solid band 7.5 going towards 8. Still need to work more on the pronunciation, but it's getting better. I'm understanding you more and more. And there was some traffic noise in the background, and I still understood you. So that's good. By the way, Fong, and for everybody who finds pronunciation a little bit challenging, I highly, highly recommend doing the IELTS speaking face to face, so not through the computer. Okay, that will give you an extra bit of help to be clear. Okay, and then also really remember to articulate. So just really pay attention to the movement of the mouth. All right. So that was really good. Pay attention to explanations. So you had some really good answers, examples. The explanations for me were a little bit vague of why they're considered unfortunate or fortunate situations. So, for instance, you could say, well, some common occurrences are getting in trouble with bankruptcy or having a car accident because these kinds of scenarios make a person's life very difficult. They cannot buy food or pay for rent, or they are unable to move. As I said, the opposite, being healthy, is a fortunate situation, right? I think that was very smart of you when you said a healthy person. So you can connect to that when you say when somebody has a car accident. Okay, Fuang?
Okay, sir.
Okay, try that sentence. So, while some common occurrences are financial troubles like bankruptcy or problems with health, like having a car accident, as these make life difficult for the person. As I mentioned, the opposite, being healthy, is fortunate.
Well, some common unfortunate circumstances that have trouble in finance, like bankruptcy or car accident, because they cannot pay for their life and um, not have a good health. As I just mentioned, uh,
Being healthy.
being healthy Um,
Always fortunate.
as I just mentioned, being healthy is always fortunate.
Yeah. So that's it. So it's tricky. And, that's where it gets more complicated, right? So when you start to give an explanation, it forces you to create that complex sentence. So because, in which, whereby. So you start to use these connectives that also force you to use more advanced grammar and word forms. And that pushes you to those higher band scores, but it's not easy. You have to practice it. So, Fuang, you're on the right track. Focus on that. So focus on those pronunciation features and focus on those complex sentences with the explanations, okay? Because you're moving from that 7.75 now to that 8.5 range, okay?
Okay, sir, I got it.
All right. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, Fuang.
Have a great day, sir. See you next week. Bye bye,
Thank
sir.
you. Bye. All right, that was Fuang. She was really good. Let's give her a thumbs up. And yeah, working hard, 11 p.m., as many of you are, right? I mean, it's still fairly early for me. It's still 9 a.m. on the Saturday. But I know for many of you, it's a lot later. You're way into your weekend. Okay. All right. Let's give a new person a chance. I think Yahyo. We haven't heard from Yahyo, and Yahyo had a good example there in the chat. So let's give Yahyo a chance to answer. Yahyo, are you ready? And hopefully, Yahyo, you learned from that feedback and avoid saying you. Okay, no you and be specific. Okay, Yahyo says, of course. Hi, Yahyo.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Great.
Awesome. Now, Yahyo, I'd ask you where you are, but I'm guessing you're in Samarkand, Uzbekistan. Is that correct?
No, I'm in Tashkent.
You're in
Uzbekistan, I'm
Tashkent. Okay. Yeah. Are you originally from Samarkand?
No, I originally from Tashkent. Tomorrow I have IELTS exam, real IELTS exam.
Oh, wow.
IDP.
Okay. Well, good luck on that IELTS exam tomorrow. You're getting
Thank you.
some last minute advice and studying, right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yahyo, why are you taking the IELTS?
Because I want to study at abroad, so that I need
Okay.
IELTS.
Now, Yahyo, again, like I said, try to be as specific as possible. So instead of saying I want to study abroad, you should say I want to study mechanical engineering in the US from next year, right? So you want to be
Okay.
specific. So where do you want to study? What do you want to study?
It doesn't matter.
Does any subject you're good for? And where do you want to study? That should matter. Do you want to be in the US, Canada, UK? Where do you want to go?
In US, I want to study for business
Much better.
management.
Much better. Okay, that's much better. So speaking like that will get you better band scores. IELTS examiners are listening for specific vocabulary and specific answers. Okay, so careful with that. All right, here we go. Let me ask you a couple questions about luck. There are many objects thought to bring luck to a person. Is this simply superstition, or is there truth to these?
Okay, there are many ways to bring luck all over the world. For example, in our country, there are many of objects. For example, as I mentioned it, in Uzbekistan, actually in Samarkand city, there are three. That tree can bring to you a luck, and also in our hometown, which located in Tashkent, in Bekabad, there have one lake. If you take a coin to this into this lake, it also can bring you a luck.
All right. Okay. Not bad. I would say band 5 to band 5.5. Okay. Band 6 means that you're fluent, and to get a band 6, you have to speak effortlessly, which means that you do not get stuck in your fluency thinking about what to say and how to say it. Okay. So here, you made some of the mistakes that I warned you about, and you have to be careful about this. Like, I'm on the other side of the world right now, Yahyo, so I unfortunately am not able to throw a coin into that lake. So if you take a coin and you throw it into this lake, it's like, I get what you're saying. I know that you're not talking about me, but because of that, your English decreases. So when people use the word you, their English tends to decrease in their level. Okay, so avoid the word you. All right. Let me just correct this, and we'll practice it a little bit. And everybody watching, practice is for everyone. So when I make these corrections and I get the person to repeat, everybody should repeat. So, okay, there are many objects to bring luck all over the world. Careful with the for example when you're in your speaking. If you say for example, the examiner might start interrupting you. Okay. And then you said in our country, in Uzbekistan, you realized, oh yeah, I have to say the country. So that was good. Okay. So in the world, in Uzbekistan, many objects are thought to bring luck. To bring luck to the person. In our hometown in Tashkent, what's the name of the lake? Do you know the name of the lake?
No, I don't know the name of lake.
Okay, it doesn't matter then. If you don't know it, don't say it. But you know what? If you make it up, that's fine too. The IELTS examiners don't care. They like to hear details. So if you can make it up, you can. It's okay. So in our hometown in Tashkent, if a person takes a coin to this lake called Crystal Lake, let's just call it Crystal Lake, it can bring them luck. Yahyo, when you throw a coin into a fountain or a lake, what do you need to do?
You can. You need to dream your.
It's not a dream.
Goals.
It's close, but it's not a dream. It starts with a W. You need to make a.
Make a
wish. Make a wish, and the wish will come true.
Make a wish.
Okay. So let's try this. Okay. So in our hometown in Tashkent, if a person takes a coin to this lake called Crystal Lake, it can bring them luck by making a wish. That wish will come true. Okay, try to repeat that.
Okay. There are many objects to bring luck. In our hometown in Tashkent, if a person takes a coin to this lake, call it Crystal Lake, it can also bring them luck by making a wish, and the wish will come true.
Good. All right. So specific language, specific names, details, avoid the you. And I think that you can get a 6 as long as you follow some of the strategies. So here's a very important tip for you, okay? Follow this tip. It's very, very important. And anybody who has exams on the weekend, follow this tip. Go to your exam at least an hour early, so 1 hour before your exam starts, and find some other candidates who are waiting. You will see them. You can kind of see them. They're walking around the exam center, looking around like they're in space or diving in the ocean. And then go to one of these people and say, "Hi, are you here for IELTS?" in English, okay? Not in Uzbek or not in Russian, but in English. Say, "Hi, are you here for the IELTS?" And I'm sure that 1 or 2 people will say, "Yes, I'm here for my IELTS speaking." And then say, "Can we practice some English before the test? I heard from this guy who knows about IELTS a lot that if we practice for 20, 30 minutes, we can get a 1 band more." And I guarantee you some people will say, "Yeah, that's a great idea." And then practice with them so you get really nice and fluent. Okay, Yahyo?
No, I go to with my partner who already taken IELTS certificate.
Perfect.
We
So
will practice.
Absolutely. English only. Okay. So
Okay.
meet up with your partner at least an hour before the test starts and start speaking English and ask each other questions back and forth, back and forth. Focus a lot on part 3 questions. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. Good luck on your exam tomorrow. I'm with you in spirit. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Bye, Yakio.
goodbye.
All right. That was Yakio. Let's give him a thumbs up and let's wish him good luck on the exam. Wear that lucky shirt, Yakio. Okay. All right. Okay, let's take. We skipped over Lola here, and I think Lola is probably quite ambitious to try here. Lola, are you ready? Lola, another one of our regular students. We want to give new students a chance. We want to reward returning students, and we've got lots of time, so let's keep going. His accent was okay, Angel. I'm not sure if you're talking about Yakio, but Yakio's accent was fairly clear. It was medium in weight, so not too heavy. Accent pronunciation was all right. All right, look at all that good luck, good fortune. Thumbs up, Yakio. Hi, Lola. How are you?
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. You sound a little bit distant, Lola, so if you can get closer to your mic or raise your voice or do both, that would be fantastic.
Okay.
All right. Speak loud. Yeah, a little bit better. Speaking loud is really important, everybody. It helps to boost your confidence, too. So I recommend it for your test. Like, get in there and speak loud. Hi, my name is Lola. Just call me Lola. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Good.
you do not lose marks for being loud. Okay. In fact, examiners enjoy it because you can lose marks for being quiet, but not lose marks for being loud. If you're quiet and they can't hear you, it's hard to mark you, so you'll lose marks. But if you're loud, it's easy to hear. It's better, right? Turn up the volume.
Okay.
All right, Lola, you are also from Uzbekistan. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from Uzbekistan.
Are you from Tashkent?
Yeah. I'm from Tashkent.
What's-
From Yunusobek.
What's the name of this lake? What's the name? Where should I throw my coins if I'm there?
But to be honest, I've never heard about that lake.
Okay.
Lake?
I'm gonna have to Google it after this class. You guys have me curious now about this lucky lake or near
Maybe.
Tashkent. Okay.
Mr. Lake. Let's call it.
Yakio just wants me to go there and throw a whole bunch of money in the lake. I think that's what he wants me to do.
Yeah.
All right. So Lola, let's jump into some questions here. All right. Okay.
Let's jump.
Here we go. So, some people believe that they make their own luck, while others feel that luck happens randomly. Whose position is correct?
Yeah, I've heard about this debate, and I'm on the side of humans who believe they can bring their own luck to their life. As example, as Ward, who's Elon Musk or Joe Bill Gates, they all used to be unfortunately unlucky in their life, but you were very hard until they reach their goal. I mean, until they reach and until they bring their then believe in superstition. There's then being superstition.
Let's talk about hard work. People's definition of hard work tends to vary quite a bit. Why is this?
Do you want me to discuss hard work versus superstition?
No. People's definition of hard work tends to vary quite a bit. Why is this?
Because working hard is my thoughts because I'm feeling quite apprehensive. Mm, but people tend to worry because they think they can bring their own life to their life unless not doing anything or doing because uh, of every sentence something happens in the end of hard working, like working harder and harder can bring success.
Okay, let's stop there. All right, you've got some challenging questions, so hats off, Lola. You did your best. Also, our connection's a little bit on the weak side, I think, so I'm losing some of what you're saying just because of our connection, and it's hard to make sense. But I am picking up a lot of what you're saying, so I know it's even trickier for some people. I've been teaching English for so long that I can almost fill in the blanks of what you're saying. So let me just reflect on what you have done, okay? So your response is about a band 6.5, a 6 to 6.5. You're fluent, okay? And you're having a conversation, which is good. But we definitely want to improve the grammar and the content of what you're saying, okay? So let me give you a bit of feedback, okay? One of your mistakes, I think, Lola, is that you're being really truthful with me. And it's almost like you're creating your answer or your argument while you're speaking. Okay? What you need to do is you need to give a certain answer, like a sure answer, not like a kind of up and down type of answer. So my first question here is, some people believe that they make their own luck while others feel that luck happens randomly. And you said, yeah, I've heard about this debate. That was a really good start. I liked how you used the present perfect there. So everybody watching, try to repeat this. Yeah, I've heard about this debate. Okay, it's good. And then you said, on the side of the humans, saying humans here is kind of strange. Humans is our term for, our biological term. So we tend to use people or individuals more naturally. So on the side of people who think they can bring their own luck, create their own luck in life, like getting a job. And I think that's what you were trying to say, is that's the side that you're on, right? Maybe I just missed some of that. So I'm on the side of people.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm on the side of the people who think they can create their own luck in life, like to get a good job. Okay.
But I take as example the richest people in the world, like Elon Musk, and I think by connection you lost this answer.
Yeah, so again, like I say, our connection was a little bit tricky there at times. So I did hear that you were giving an example and you were talking. So I'm basing my evaluation on what I heard, not on what I didn't hear. Okay. And I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I do think that you're talking a little bit long, so the examiner will interrupt you. You have to say that information in a shorter way. Okay, so simply put, if a person works hard, they will be rewarded. Okay, all right. And you don't have to discuss both sides. Okay, in fact, if you have the chance to just talk about one side, like whose position is correct, keep it simple, right? Like, yeah, I've heard about this debate. I'm on the side of people who think they can create their own luck in life, like to get a good job. If a person works hard, they are rewarded. Those who wait for luck will fail. Elon Musk is a billionaire, and I believe he has worked very hard to earn every penny. Okay, so simplify, be concise. So what I want you to do, Lola, at home when you're practicing is when you feel like, oh, I'm just talking and talking and talking. Okay, I need to just think about this, simplify it, and say it in a shorter way. And if there's any information that I can just take out, I need to just take it out. So concise language in both speaking and writing. So practice it in speaking and writing, and then you can train your brain to be concise. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Being concise, by the way, and this is for everybody, not just Lola, has become an extremely important part of the world. Just look at all the 1-minute videos like YouTube Shorts and Quickies and Instagram Reels. It's basically like a lot of information in 1 minute, right, Lola?
Yeah.
So those videos, they're super concise. Like they get you laughing in 1 minute. You start laughing, oh, it's so funny. And then you watch it like 3 times. Nobody even wants to watch the 5-minute video anymore, right? It's like, it's crazy how concise the world is becoming. Okay.
And I must concise my answers.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Just one more tip here, because for the next people who are volunteering, you need to keep this in mind. The next question, people's definition of hard work tends to vary quite a bit. Why is this? Lola, you were not sure, and you were very smart. You asked me. You didn't just give me a silly answer. So you said, do you want me to discuss hard work versus superstition? Because we were just talking about luck, right? So you're not sure. And you were honest in that case. That was good. That was really smart. And I said no. And then I just repeated the question, right? People's definition of hard work. So you're like, okay, no, it's not about luck or superstition. It's just hard work, right? Anytime you are defining, Lola, anytime you give a definition, okay, all right, there's immediately you should think about this strategy. When I give a clear definition, like I live very far from downtown, what's going to help me give you a clear definition? So what strategy helps to define concepts for people?
In details, giving your answers in details.
If I tell you I live far from downtown, how can you understand that better? What should I tell you?
Your street name, maybe?
Maybe. People, you can help Lola here in the chat. So how would you define living far from downtown? What would help your listener to understand that clearly?
I don't know.
You will in a second. You will, Lola. That's why we're here. We're all learning. We all learn. So somebody help out Lola here. How do you define that? Anahita says use critical thinking. It's really important, students, to remember this when you're thinking definitions. Okay? Bogdan, very good. Bogdan says, how about the distance? Like 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 2 hours on foot, 1 hour by driving, right? That helps definition. So what's the definition of hard work, Lola?
Working maybe for 2 years.
2 years. How many hours a day?
6? No, 8 hours a day.
8 hours a day. See, your definition of hard work is different from mine, and I'm sure mine is different from other people. So my definition of hard work is 10 to 12 hours a day. And some people will tell you it's like 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. Like when I lived in Japan, whoa, holy smokes. Their definition of hard work is another level, whole nother level. 3 a.m. till midnight. It's like 3 hours of sleep. So so we define with quantification, with numbers, right, Lola?
I get it now.
Okay. All right. So that's how we define the difference. Some people feel that hard work is sitting at a computer for 10 hours. Other people think that working with their hands, building a house for 12 hours a day, that's hard work, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So visualize and quantify. Okay, Lola?
Okay.
All right. Okay, Lola, keep up the good work. All right. Focus on these elements. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much for feedback.
You're welcome. Bye for now, Lola.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Let's give Lola a thumbs up. I was really kind of getting her help there to express or explain the important concepts there. All right, let's give somebody else a chance. Let's look for a new student. So let's look at Nabiha. Nabiha, I don't think we've heard from Nabiha. Nabiha has an IELTS April 29th. Nabiha, are you ready? So if Nabiha is there, let's give Nabiha a chance. Romelia, I haven't seen you in here in a while. Where are you? All right. I'm encouraging everybody to keep going forward. Nabiha, you're still there. Good. Hi, Nabiha.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Sir, what about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Nabiha, where are you?
Sir, I'm from Pakistan. Sir, I'm from Pakistan.
From Pakistan. And you have an exam on April
Yes, sir.
29th. Why are you
Yes,
taking
sir.
the IELTS?
Sir, I want to get admission for my master's degree in USA.
Okay. What do you plan to study?
Sir, nutrition and dietetics.
Nutrition and dietetics. Okay. Very nice. You're going to help people be healthy, right?
Yeah.
As we said, health
Hopefully.
is luck. Hopefully. You will. You will. It's not hopefully. You will. We need people to be healthy in today's world. Okay. Nabiha, let me get into some questions. Are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
All right. Let's talk about hard work. People's definition of hard work tends to vary quite a bit. Why is this?
Sir, personally, I believe that people have different perspectives for their lives. Like, I believe that if I constantly praying for oh God, please, please get me this job or get me this promotion, for example, but I'm not but I wasn't working hard for that, and I was just praying. So it takes lots of hard work as well, not just praying. So you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself to get the desired thing you want.
How are hardworking people today different than those a generation before?
Sorry, sir, I didn't hear you.
How are hardworking people today different than those a generation before?
I would say it's because of technology, maybe. Because back in the days there were no technologies to help people. For example, back in the days there were just cycles, or people just walk or to get their to go to their places, or to go to their workplaces or anything else. But nowadays there are cars, or um, lots of technology to help them, or like mobile phones or laptop. And back in the days there were no such technologies.
All right, I'm going to stop there for a moment and give you some feedback. Okay, so you have some really good elements, and then we have some elements that we need to improve to make sure that you get the best score possible. First of all, I think your band score would
Yes.
be about 6.5 towards 7. If you keep going, and depending on the rest of your interview, you might be able to get a 7, I think. You're definitely in the fluent to good English range, for sure.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, band 6 is fluent, band 7 is good. And I think if you clean up the content a little bit, so you get a bit more focused on the question and keep your strategy more like answer, explain, example, I think you can get a 7. Okay, so you definitely have the potential for a 7, maybe even a 7.5. Okay, all right.
Yes, sir.
So let me tell everybody and tell you what you did well. Okay, first of all, so we said people's
Ji, ji.
definition
Okay,
of
sir.
hard work tends to vary quite a bit. Why is this? And then you said, personally, I believe that people have different perspectives in their lives. So you use the question a bit, and you said different perspectives. Include the different perspectives of hard work, right? in their lives.
Okay,
And
sir.
then you used this conditional, and this conditional was even reported speech. So it was a conditional combined with reported speech. When the examiner is measuring your grammatical range and accuracy, they love to hear these kinds of sentences sometimes. Not too much, but sometimes, a few of them are really good because it's considered a very nice complex sentence. So if I'm praying like, God, please get me this promotion, and I'm just praying, I don't do hard work, then, okay, so the grammar was a good idea. The direct reported speech with the condition was a really good idea. Okay, practice that, everybody, because
Okay, sir.
having one or two like that. Now, the mistake is switching your pronouns. Okay, so you started by
Okay.
saying, if I'm praying. So here I imagine you praying like, God, get me this promotion, but I'm just sitting lazy in my couch. And then you switched your pronoun to me. So you said, you have to believe. Okay?
Okay, sir.
You can't do that in speech or writing. You can't suddenly switch your subject. You can't go from if I'm praying to you happening, right? So again, stay away from the you, everybody. Stay away from that you. So if I'm just praying, it won't work. I have to believe in
I have
myself.
to believe. Okay, I get
Yeah,
this.
in myself, right? Okay. So some people feel that praying is hard work, but I feel that a person has to invest the time, like studying 12 hours a day to have a chance to learn masters in another country. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So
Yes,
let's
sir.
just try this sentence. or this idea. So I'm going to say the full response, and then once I'm done, try to copy me. Now, at your level, you should copy me just from listening. It doesn't have to be the same words. Just copy the same idea. Pay attention to your pronoun.
Okay, sir.
All right. So
Okay,
here we
sir.
go. Personally, I believe that people have different
personally,
perspectives. Just wait for me to finish. Yep. So,
Okay, sir.
personally, I believe that people have different perspectives of hard work in their lives. If I'm praying like, God, please help me get this promotion, and I'm just praying, not working hard, it won't work. I have to believe in myself. Some people feel that praying is hard work, but I feel that a person needs to invest time, like studying 12 hours a day, to have a chance to learn a master's in another country. Okay, now, people's definition of hard work tends to vary quite a bit. Why is this? Go for it.
Sorry, sir, I didn't catch you.
Yeah, just go for it. Just try to repeat the answer now.
Personally, I believe that people have different perspectives of hard work in their lives. If I'm praying, like, God, please give me this promotion. If I'm just praying, it won't work. I have to believe in myself. Like, some people feel like praying includes hard work, but I feel that a person has to invest the time, like studying 12 hours a day, to have a chance to learn masters in another country.
Fantastic. That's your Band 8, Band 9 answer. Okay. Notice how much
Thank you,
clearer
sir.
the communication with the right pronouns. It's much clearer for the audience, right? Okay.
Yeah, right, sir.
All right. Good luck on your test. Make sure to keep studying. Keep coming back until you have that exam on the 29th. Okay, Nabiha?
Yes, sure, sir. I will make sure that I'll come back.
Okay, we want you to
And keep
succeed and
practice.
make
Thank
a
you
lot
so
of
much,
people
sir.
healthy. Yeah, we want you to do your masters and help people be healthy.
Sure,
We
sir,
need
sure.
you. Okay.
I will try my best.
All right. Bye, Nabiha.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Bye. All right, let's give Nabiha a thumbs up. We need people like her. We need the world to be healthy. Health is the foundation for success and luck and all else in life. Okay. Let's give somebody else a chance. Anahita, very studious, one of our regular students and a premium student. Anahita, are you still with me? Okay. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. See, Nabiha, you got lots of support there for you. Okay. All right. Anahita. Hi, Anahita.
Hi, how are you, sir?
I am doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm also good, thank you.
Awesome. Anahita, can you remind me why you're taking IELTS again?
Actually, I want to attend the university, but I haven't decided yet which university should I attend. I wanna just get enrolled into a better university. That's why.
Okay. What is your major, Anahita?
Uh, Actually, I want to either study psychology, either mental health.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
And do you know which country?
I haven't decided yet. Maybe in Canada. Canada.
Okay, well, if you want to study psychology in Canada, the school that I attended, the University of Victoria, has one of the best psychology programs in the country. Very, very good professors. So
Sorry, which province did you say?
it's in British Columbia. So not in Vancouver or UBC, University of British Columbia has a good psychology department as well. University of Victoria, it's literally the name of my city. So University of Victoria, it has about 22,000 students, and the psychology department is one of the best in the country. It's very highly regarded, not just in the country, but in the world as well. So.
Okay, sir. Thank you for recommendation.
Okay. All right. Anahita, let's get into a few questions. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here we go. People's definition of hard work tends to vary quite a bit. Why is this?
Can you repeat?
Yes, people's definition of hard work tends to vary quite a bit. Why is this?
It is because many people are well-rounded, and they have the knowledge that that people should study more effectively, while some others need to educate themselves more, and because they think that hardworking, they define hardworking as putting a lot of energy and effort, but they do not consider the effectiveness of their activities or
Can
tasks.
you give some examples?
Yes. When I was a child, I had a friend who was working very hard to get a higher position in the class, but she didn't know how to study, so she could never get higher scores. But when she learned the procedures that were necessary for those steps for her dream, she succeeded.
How are hardworking people today different than those a generation before?
A generation ago, people considered those who made those who were into technology more, but now people, for example, people tend to get more value for hardworking, for those who use who work by their hands, like carpenters.
Have these changes been positive or negative?
It is for both, as we live in the era of technology. I think people should pay more attention to the development and successment and development by new equipments and apparatuses, but we should never neglect the importance of people's talents by their own works without technology.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. That's the end of part 3. That concludes the speaking section of the exam. You will have your mark in 2 days online after you finish the other sections, and your official certificate in the mail in about 10 days. And that's how it ends. And then you say, thank you, goodbye. Okay, but don't go anywhere, Anahita. Stay with me for a moment. I'm going to give you some feedback. So that would be considered in part 3 about a band 5 to 5.5, because in order to get 6, you have to be fluent, Anahita. So even though you're using some really good words, even though you are creating and giving me some complex grammar, that should be, like a band 7, 7.5 level, I can't give you that 7, 7.5 without more fluency, because you have to restart your sentences, you replace certain words, you repeat yourself. So that pulls your mark down below that 6. Okay, so lots of practice, Anahita. I have a feeling that you are quite good at writing when you have the time and the chance to look at what you're using, what words, how your sentences look. So what I want you to do is just really build your fluency. So lots of fluency exercises, lots of speaking practice. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right, that's my main tip. Let's take a closer look at a couple of your answers. This question, everybody, and this is for the previous volunteers as well. I asked, I think, 3 people now this question. People's definition of hard work tends to vary quite a bit. Why is this? I find that everybody missed or all the volunteers so far missed the easier answers for this question. Okay, so when we talk about the definition, one is quantification, right? So, for example, 8 hours of hard work versus 12 hours of hard work, right? That's one approach to this question, right, Anahita?
Okay, is it compulsory to add quantifications?
It's not compulsory, but it's nothing is compulsory in life, right? But it's definitely a good idea. Yeah, 100%, it's a good idea. Quantification gives us direction, gives us clarity, so it's definitely a very good idea. The other important approach here, and you kind of got it. You were almost there, and it was painful for me to kind of feel you so close to the answer, but not quite on the answer, is the education, right? Like being taught hard work. Okay. But I think you went a little bit different direction, and it was painful because you were so close to a better answer, but not on the right answer. So let me ask you this, Anahita. Who teaches us hard work in life?
Our teachers
And
parents.
And parents, right? So education from teachers and parents, right? Some children are taught hard work by their parents. They help with household chores from the age of 3, while others are not. They are allowed to be lazy. They can watch TV, do what they want, and they do not learn hard work, right? So parents, teachers. Okay, so that's another aspect. What else teaches us hard work? There's another aspect here, right? And we tend to really have this prejudice or this stereotype as well globally. So if I ask you, who are the hardest working people or cultures in the world? Who would you say, like, number one? What do you commonly hear as people say, oh, they're really hardworking?
Like some public speakers?
No, what cultures? So if I give you a list of cultures, right, like French, Canadian, Mexican, Japanese, Chinese, who are considered to be really hardworking cultures? Japanese for sure, right? Like if you ask, most people will say yes, the Japanese are definitely considered extremely hardworking individuals as a country, as a culture, right? Yeah. So definitions also depend on culture, right? It depends on our belief systems, on our culture. So quantification, our education, and our culture has a big impact on the definition of hard work. All right, Anahita, I want you to think about these 3 points. So quantification, education, culture. And I want you to try to answer this question again with answer, explanation, example. Okay, so I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so people's definition of hard work tends to vary quite a bit. Why is this?
It is because it depends on the culture of different countries. As in Japan, teachers and parents educate their children from an early age to do to stand by their own feet, and they they teach them to study approximately 8 to 12 hours a day, and
While in other cultures, this is not the case.
while in other cultures this is not the case.
Okay, lovely answer. So your answer now has reached that Band 8, Band 9 caliber level, okay? The only missing piece is the fluency. So if you were to say that same answer but fluently, you are definitely in that Band 8, Band 9 caliber, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. So just an advice for everybody, think simple. And I can see in the chat now, many of you are like, oh yeah, that makes sense, right? Like we can understand this now. So think simple. To do that, it's not easy. You have to stay calm and confident, okay? All right, Anahita, thank you for being my final volunteer today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, sir, for having giving me
Lots of speaking. Okay, Anahita?
Okay, sir. Thank
All
you.
right, bye for now.
Bye. Have a good day.
All right, that's it. Thumbs up for Anahita. Students, practicing with me, it's great. I'm always happy to give you feedback. To improve fluency, practice with each other. There's lots of beautiful, lovely students in here who are, I'm sure, really excited to spend 20, 30 minutes, maybe even more, practicing with you, okay? English is a global language. Get used to hearing and responding to various accents from around the world. That will be a part of your life, guarantee you. So speak with everybody, anybody from other cultures, okay? Be careful of the information that you use. I'm going to be back on Thursday with speaking part 1. We're using the website here, aehelp.com. It's got lots of great tools for you. Sign up for the premium version. It's worth it. Spend a few dollars. We're IDP partners, British Council partners. We're certified agents, trained psychologists. So we are here to help you succeed. Click that big red button right above my head there. It's a one-time payment. Chen, Alexi, thank you so much for moderating the chat. You kept the class focused, which was great. Thank you to all my members and to all of the volunteers today. You did a fantastic job. I hope to see you back with me on Thursday for speaking part 1, and we've got a full roster of classes next week as well. We'll be doing reading and listening also. Until then, aehelp.com. We've got a new video released for you in the next 12 hours. That will be an interesting speaking video. I'm curious to know your thoughts on that one. gieltshelp.com for general IELTS. You can use this code SURPRISE9, SUPRISE, SURPRISE9 for a 10% discount on those websites. Okay. All right. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. See you in the upcoming week. Much love to all of you wherever you are. Bye for now.